because it means more spirits that I get to talk to.
Ah, yes. Why talk to people when they're alive?
Exactly.
All right. I don't think Phoebe's going to make it with the internet outage, so why don't you do a short recap of what happened the last time?
Well, we used the creature's body to protect us from the orbital bombardment. I was carried out by the Vest ship, but by the Azlanti.
Yeah, but how'd they get
And
aboard
we,
the best ship?
Probably through the front door.
Mm.
Or they're let in. Because I really don't see any other way where the Azlanti would go. Subterfuge? What's that? But we also have these weird guys who are... Well, we'll get to that. Then a ship crashed, and there's a Skittermander in there. We got some data, and then some Aeon guards were trying to get the data / kill any survivors, and they were different than these Aeon guards. So maybe a side sect or different worshippers or some noble. I don't know. We're just gonna ask. I forgot her name because she hasn't done anything notable, or his name because he hasn't done anything too notable yet.
Arian? Commander
Yeah.
Arian?
Yeah. But at least hasn't just rolling over and chosen to die.
Looks like a purple clone trooper.
Yeah, it's you could do a religion check to figure out what the Zihedron thing is, if you want.
The star?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I actually think Rex has religion. Yeah.
I bet I have better religion.
Because he has, he's chosen to figure out what these idiots do at the time.
Okay.
He's seen a lot of religion.
Yep. So, you know that it is the star of Lysandra, and she's the patron goddess of the Azlanti Empire. That's about it. Flower Petal. You understand that in addition to being Lysandra's star and the Zihedron representing the schools of magic, which were believed to be the source of all power within, Lost Galarian, here it represents more of the stability and the power that the Aeon Throne has, only because it's backed by Lysandra. The Aeon Guard do not have this symbol on their shoulders or their armor, as you can see from Commander Arian. They only have the Azlanti Star Empire insignia. So from what you can figure, these are Lysandra's own guards. They're not the Aeon Guard. They are a completely different entity, possibly controlled by someone else.
Is it the Shadow Man?
Possibly. However, because you know so much about religion, they're probably following the orders of their head priest.
Oh.
So a priest...
Have we met that person before?
You have not. But it is interesting to note that a goddess of obedience and a head priest of obedience have essentially betrayed the throne and the peace treaty.
Okay. So our next target is a priest.
Sure.
A priest, a pathfinder, and an Azlanti guard walk into a bar.
Uh-huh. What do they drink?
And we'll have to see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure you don't want to search those bodies? They have some interesting things on them.
Oh, we
I
didn't
think
do that already? Yeah.
No.
Oh, Sebastian
sure.
is absolutely doing that right now.
Because you've
Hurt
already
as he
thrown
is.
away like a couple thousand credits worth of money.
What? Oh. What did we not check?
The dissidents, the Vesk.
Oh, but we let the vessel or the distance get arrested.
The one that was alive, yes.
An Aeon Stone. I'll take the stone. And I don't know what these other things are.
Oh, one of them lets people fly. That's cool.
Here, I'll put all this stuff in the party sheet.
Yep, that's what it's for.
Shock module, dark vision visor, battery.
And if you have a wayfinder of some sort, you could get a +1 to your acrobatics checks.
I do. Guess I can use that while I try to find a better one. But this is some good shit. If we ever find someone to sell it to.
Well, you know there is a marketplace inside of Atuity.
Aren't we really
Well,
far away from them? I thought.
I think we just sell it back to them, like on Craigslist, and charge them. We'll even take a pit. We'll have the ad be the bodies in the background.
So it's another 5 hours back to Atuity from your position in the jungle. And when these guards don't come back, they might send more.
I say we continue for an hour and then do some healing and then continue.
Okay.
That's up to everyone if they want to do that.
I think Sebastian would agree that they should keep moving despite his physical condition.
Yeah, let's just get off this X, this location, and then in the jungle we'll heal.
I am also in pain.
You know who's not in pain anymore? Those guys.
And
I don't want
Vasoya.
that kind of...
Who? No.
Terrible.
Too soon. Too soon.
Okay. Is a shock module the equivalent of a rune?
Yes. The module is basically what the 1E sort of fusions were for weapons. You have to have at least an 8th level item and 8 hours to attach it in order for it to function after being installed.
Okay.
Okay. But I think I can apply it to my hard light hand wraps. Let's see.
Make shocky fists?
Yeah. Shocky tentacles.
Okay.
Like a jellyfish. Okay. So it'll take a long time before I can actually use this, but I'll transfer one to myself.
And I grabbed one. Probably gonna stick it on my pistol when I'm not dying.
I can't use modules because I have my own Solarian crystals.
Yeah, like Jedi crystals. You gotta find a cave for this man.
I'll use a dark vision visor. Why
How
not?
the hell does that go over you?
I don't know. I guess I just like squish it into a spot, and I'm like,
All right.
okay, now I can see in the dark.
All right. Sure.
Does it say a requirement is you have to have eyes? Nope.
No. There is no
Just
requirement
enhances
for
my
eyes.
natural senses.
Yep.
And I don't believe
Nature
I have
is
dark
beautiful.
vision. I will also take a dark vision visor because I only have low light vision.
That's good. You can see through my darkness now.
Yes. Now I can see the carnage.
Mm-hmm.
So as
Is
you
it something you have to activate?
No, it's always on. It should always be on.
Some of them are.
Let's see here.
Take one.
Let's see here. Yep, you
I
just
already
gain
have-
dark vision.
I think my hard light hand wraps are already pretty good. So if anyone wants these battle gloves, more than welcome to it. And I don't shoot things. So people
I
are
don't
welcome
think
to do that.
Sebastian. I don't think Sebastian should be punching people. The knife is for desperate measures only.
So as you make your way through the jungle in an hour, you start to see Azlanti ships and fighters and Vesk battle cruiser sort of intercept each other and get into dogfights. The Azlanti ships, from what Commander Arian is telling you, are not any of his from the Ascendant.
Okay, well, that doesn't change the fact that there's Lanny.
Are you saying all Azlanti are the same?
We are all the same. That's what makes us superior.
Yeah, and Rex is just pointing his like thumb at him right as he says that. He's like, I didn't say it. But you thought it.
Well, despite what the commander says, life is usually a little more complex than that.
No, it isn't.
You must live in a very terrible, dull world.
It's orderly.
That's a dream.
This reminds me of something my mother used to say. There's a strange comfort and cowardice in unity.
So would you like to do some heal checks before you get back to a T?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Treat wounds on myself. Let us attempt expert with risky surgery.
I will have to wait for my turn in the healing line.
Your little nurse right here can also heal.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, nice.
So I take 5 and get back 20. Wait, did it do the right? Yeah, wait.
Oh. Here's a fun part about natural medicine. If I'm in the wilderness, I might have an easier time accessing fresh ingredients, allowing me to gain a +2 circumstance bonus to my check to treat wounds using nature, subject to the GM's determination. GM, do you
Yes, it's
have
all
that
around you.
determination?
It's
Yeah.
all around you. You cannot deny that the jungle is filled with nature.
All right.
So much nature it hurts.
Well-
literally.
I guess helpful nature is the big caveat.
Take back 24 Rex as the Skittermander gets all 6 hands on you and begins climbing up your body.
I don't like this. But Ross will need healing too, so.
Yep. Uh-oh!
Studios.
Failure.
You failed to find
On.
nature in the jungle because of the dark vision glasses.
Hey, at least it's not a crit failure.
Boo.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Actually,
not a
I'm
crit fail.
gonna
Or
say she
was
has.
it a 1?
It was a 1. It was a 1. I'm going
Oh.
to say that she had Ward Medic, so each of you can take back 24.
Oh God! I just remembered I had Ward Medic. Jesus Christ!
Oh
That's
my god.
Probably where that's probably where I just read it from, Iron.
Oh, I
Oops.
really.
I
So
like to
who else
remind
wants
players.
20?
I do.
Well, I mean,
I
you
like how you
take
perform
5.
risky
but-
surgery on each of us.
Yes.
Ah,
Damage
Ah.
myself. Heal myself. There we go.
It's 15.
I really like how this calculus worked out, according to the Pathfinder rules, or I guess still Starfinder rules. It's technically a success because it's over 15, but because it's a 1, it reduces
they're
it
reduced
by
by
1,
one.
Yes.
makes it a failure. It's just such a fun bit of numbers.
I mean,
So-
I can't stop you from looking around the jungle more as you keep going. You're only on the 2nd hour of 5.
Oh, okay. Well, if we got another hour, then I will definitely try that.
And you were saying, Sebastian?
So we're on hour 2 now.
You're on hour 2 now. Yes.
All right.
I need
You keep-
to change these rules to public.
You do. There you
So
go.
Ward
A
Medic for
critical
my-
success! Yay!
So Ward Medic for myself and Rex.
Ooh. The crits come out.
Gonna attempt a. Yeah, let's attempt a master healing check.
Is Flower Petal just shoving everything from the forest floor into their mouths?
And then vomiting it out, baby bird style.
I'm just grabbing everything and biologically adjusting myself for it to work.
Ah, that's what Iron was doing with the sausage, the omelet, and the French toast.
Whoa.
All right, so we both take 6 and we both get back 44.
Yay! And that's enough for Rex. Picked perfectly. Voras is at a good 152 out of 184 too.
She'll... What do you say? Do it again.
There we go. All 5
Oh, she's got
shields
con.
and back up to 100. And I am no longer wounded.
So take this damage. Yeah, he's healing.
Oh, before I forget. And I forgot.
Wait.
Never mind.
That is not right.
Your Skittermander critted. Take back 49, Sebastian.
Ooh.
Ooh, that was damage.
Take that 44 for mine, and then
How many
40.
bullets do you have in you? It looks
Well,
like you've been
technically-
shot a lot.
Well, sometimes diplomacy is painful.
Oh, you should be like the Vesk then. They have a no diplomacy option.
Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't always an option.
All right, you've got 3 more hours to prepare yourselves before you get back to Atuity. Any brilliant ideas? Any things you want to, prepare in advance? Because from the information you have and what Commander Arian is telling you, his people in Atuity are not responding to him or his communicator. They may be detained.
Well,
I don't
that sucks.
Yeah, I can't. Well,
Nothing we can do,
how
really.
often can I prepare new spirits? Let's see. I think it's just once per day.
Can't you get Thrune back?
I think Thrune might also be gone for the day.
See, that's a man who clocks out.
Let's see. So, familiar rules.
Anyone else while he looks up his pet stuff?
Nope.
Trying to get a sense of what exactly we're walking into.
Well, from what the training you've described that your mother gave you, you are walking into a hostile environment of people with potential allies that could be held hostage, a complete lockdown of the structure and society that you were previously in. Enemies may be friends, friends may be enemies, and who knows, a few surprises may be lurking around every corner. You have dogfighters above you, you want to get to your ship, or at least your minivan, and that's going to take either stealth or cunning.
Alright, so Thrune's gone for a week.
A week?
Ooh.
If my familiar dies, I can spend a week of downtime to replace it at no cost. I
Very
don't
well.
think I gave him any special abilities that lets them come back whenever.
Well,
Let's see, familiar focus. Once per day. Nope.
I'm not sure what to tell you except,
It was a good way for him to go.
he fulfilled his purpose.
I mean, I'll still pull him as, like, my witness to ancient battles. He just won't be a familiar
Okay.
version of it.
Well, I
And
think. Well, I think going in, Sebastian will be avoiding notice.
And yeah, it's each day during my daily preparations, so can't switch out spirits, but these ones are pretty good. So for my exploration activity, I'm just gonna be detecting magic.
Okay.
Right, so, I am going to make my blind stealth roll for avoiding notice.
Okay. Any exploratory actions the rest of you would like to make?
I guess just probably just search.
Okay. Yeah.
Rex will be on alert. What's this? Oh, that's right.
Oh wait, when I refocus, I can change which of my currently attuned apparitions is my primary. And I would have focused up a couple times during those hours.
Oh dear God,
Oh, I
what was
got a phone
that?
call.
Okay.
Phone calling is against the base of my mic.
Oh no.
Oop.
As I was
I better
unmuting to
run.
talk.
Okay, so let's see. Of the spirits that I have available, so I'm always going to keep the battle one. Ancient battles, witnessed ancient battles. Then there's water, fire, leaf, darkness, time, stealth, fairy shit, and laughter. So what is the goal that we're attempting here
You tell
once
me.
we get to the city?
I believe the first goal is to get to the minivan. Unless
Okay.
anybody else has a better idea.
I think that's a good.
No, pick the minivan and then just like, heading and then figuring out what's going on.
In that case, I think I'll keep ancient battles and fire, but then switch to lurker and devouring dark, in case we have to do some espionage stuff. Okay, I'm all set.
All right, so I will take you to the next map. You hear some strange sounds overhead. But it's not coming from the dogfighting ships. And here's your minivan where you hid it. And a man trying to break into it.
That seems like
Oh.
a mistake.
Need help with that?
I do, actually. Ah! Oh, you're back. Thank goodness. Where's Captain Vasoya?
She decided to die. And Rex just opens the minivan that was unlocked. He was just too weak to open it.
Where's the
rusted.
hand? Where's the biometric
power,
lock?
there's- Huh? No, the power to open. You gotta slide open. There's no automatic.
Why does the onboard computer allow that?
What computer? This thing is a manual. Got a nice inline V6 though.
We are very good at yes-anding in this group.
Oh, God.
So why would you need her? Because
Well,
she chose to die like Vesk do, in battle.
We need her at the Halls of Promise. All the Azlanti Aeon guards have been detained. The Veskarium soldiers have been locked up. We need to find out what's going on.
Well, we got like orbitally bombed by the Vesk ship.
Why would
Was
they-
she still alive during then?
No, she wasn't.
She might not have been.
No, she wasn't. Why would they target you directly in the jungle? That's not a priority target for a military.
Well, they suck at aiming.
We seem to have been the target.
But if that's true, you would have had to have some way to find you in all that dense foliage. That doesn't make sense. Communicators wouldn't do that to something in orbit. They couldn't track you like that.
And then Rex just kind of shrugs. It's like, I mean, with all the advanced sensors, it doesn't take much to locate things, especially if you're using weapons or especially with the fight we were kind of having.
Must have been some fight if it gave away your location from orbit.
Or they followed us from where we were walking. There's a lot of ways for the military to follow people, but if someone had a tracker, that'd be easiest. But
We don't have time for that, Gigi says. There's a traitor! Someone gave everything away from the Veskarium's Red Clarion, and now they're taking over Atuity.
yeah, well, I mean, we got time.
Do we?
Commander Arian goes like, time?
Oh, I should have prepared my time spirit. Oh well.
All right, well, let's get in.
All right, yeah, okay. It seats 8. You want everyone in? Or just the PCs?
I mean, I don't care. They can show up. They can get in.
Ah.
And
God,
where
what
are we
is that
going?
smell?
I thought we were just gonna fly. You guys just wanted to go to the vet ship. I mean, this thing can't fight, but it is a minivan.
That does seem like an easy way to get shot.
That's not inspiring.
It's our hotel room. Drop some things off, take a quick shower, then get back to it.
I think we just went from one extreme to the other here. I'm gonna need you somewhere in the middle, Rex.
All right. I guess the council place where everyone's at.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe we could go and talk to someone on the phone on the landline.
Sure. I'll take you to the halls of promise. How about that?
Yeah.
All right.
Before we do, what exactly does the situation look like on the ground here? Because you've been here a lot longer than we have.
Deborah has returned as the undying servant of Lysandra, seeking to subjugate
Deborah?
Atuity.
Oh, I knew I should have shot her.
I killed her, I think.
She looks like this now, and he hands you the datapad.
Well, that's quite the makeover. Well,
Pretty cool.
can I do any... Can I do any sort of recall knowledge to figure out what exactly Deborah has turned herself into?
Sure, yes. Yes. So, what are you using?
Let's see. I could try nature, question mark.
Sure.
And blind.
So, you know that this is not a creature of nature, and you begin searching your knowledge of what it could possibly be, and you think, like, maybe a Lamia? It's just like, no, they usually have swords and multiple arms. This is a Kurshu, an Undying. Once a herald of Lysala, Kurshu were defeated by a group of adventurers on Lost Galarion in ages past. Now, they serve as attendants in her slain herald's image, named in their honor. Similarly, people who die are also brought back in this way, who serve her. Kushurti punishes those who try to shirk their fates or use magic to manipulate events that should not occur.
Okay. I think Sebastian would kind of like translate this into like stories he's heard because this is definitely outside his usual realm of expertise. It's very non-terrestrial in nature, if that makes sense.
It has to do with a god.
And all Sebastian knows of the gods is Abadar and contracts. That's it.
Banking.
Right.
Gotta lower the besieged a little. So as Rex starts it up, it floats up 20 feet and bumps into the wall. The wall is higher.
I mean, I know how to go out and going all the way over things. Yeah, we'll follow the right way.
It begins to climb a little bit, but begins shaking the whole craft. The gate is locked.
Varas, turn sideways, open the door.
Varas points the cannon, and boom. And as you start to work your way in,
That's what we call the master key.
You see this woman. Ah, I know that minivan.
Oh, it's Deborah. Run her over.
She's 50 feet up. You can only go 20 feet with the minivan.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're elevated at 20 feet. Do you want to land before engaging, or do you want to stay 20 feet in the air?
I'll land for all the people who can't fly.
Okay. All right, here we go. Round 2 with Deborah.
Oh boy. So I think I'm gonna use something. Wait, we're rolling initiative? Yes, we are. Perfect.
Yep.
I'm gonna use something that I have not used until now. Where is it? Battle cry.
I just realized something. My credible initiative feat.
Yeah. Yes.
Doesn't do anything considering I already have a +2 circumstance, so I'm probably gonna retrain on that.
Oh god.
So,
Also, I like how the minivan is rolled too.
Yeah, the minivan. Let me get rid of that. Okay.
alright, so let me roll my
Varas got a
initiative,
1.
Ooh. So, I'm going to attempt to demoralize as a free action here.
Okay.
Oh, Sebastian just leans out the window and he just yells, "Do you realize that you're in violation of the treaty? Legal consequences will be incoming."
Divine consequences shall be incoming. Accept your fate. As she looks at you. Oh, wait, nope, she can't do that. It has to be another thing. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me see if there's
Wouldn't legal consequences be divine ones if he's from Abadar, or no, if he's like a priest of Abadar that's also a lawyer? Like hypothetically?
Legal.
I wanted to check about that.
Yeah. Well, that will have to be an action on your turn.
Oh, okay.
That's recall knowledge. Yep. Can't give you that for free now that battle has started.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, and it won't let me use the macro. That's weird.
That's okay. It was a 22, correct? Or is that your stealth that you used?
Oh, that was my stealth.
Okay. So the DC you have to beat is 34 for her will.
Okay. Now I see why it's... Okay, when I hit C, I'm getting the minivan.
I will take the minivan off. There you go.
There we go. And then the macro. Now the macro works. Okay.
Success. She is frightened one.
Mm-hmm.
It is your turn, sir. What you gonna do, Rex?
I will fly up.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, my fucking headset died. So she's 50 feet up, so that's gonna take 2 actions to get up. Up and close to her.
Mm-hmm.
I like the. Oh, this would be so funny.
Oh, shoot.
I wonder if I'm gonna trip her.
Mm-hmm. I just messed everything up.
Let me just grab my action macro for trip.
All right. You try to trip this flying woman with the snake's tail. It does not work out well.
That's fine.
All right, Deborah is going to fly over here, noting that you are also.
We'll hit her.
Okay.
Opportunity attack.
.33 bludgeoning damage. And she's going to call down divine immolation upon your friends and the minivan. So everyone but Rex will be giving a DC 31 basic reflex save, including the minivan.
Will the minivan be giving them any cover? Like standard cover or greater?
It would be giving them standard cover. That's what we ruled the last attack.
Yep. Then they will have plus standard cover gives a bonus to reflex.
Mm-hmm. And that's a +2, I believe.
Let me see. Yeah, I think it's +2. Yes. +2.
All right. And
I'll just roll it on his sheet. Two successes and a failure. Flower Petal got a success. And Sebastian got a success. Here comes the damage. So everyone take 27. If you succeeded, you take 13.
No me gusta.
It's Divine Fire. Spirit Sanctified Unholy. Commander Arian is going to look over at Sebastian and give him some tactical tutelage. He's going to use his mobile aim to get away from the group and try to spread out a little. He's going to try to take a shot at her. And he hits for 14 damage. Oh, 4 damage. She's got some DR going on. Be careful. They are very powerful servants of Lysandra. Someone has defied her. Flower Petal.
Okay, so want to first do that recall knowledge.
Okay.
Want to see if she's actually, huh?
That was 39, correct?
Oh, you want to use that roll, not a
Yeah,
new one?
I always use the first one you roll, yes.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I am very happy with that roll. So just want to know if she's actually acting in good faith with her faith.
Seems to be. She is striking back against you, and she seems to believe that you are attempting to do something that is against the terms of fate.
Do we know what thing?
She does.
She does. We don't. Okay. I don't think I can read her mind. Let's see. Mind a menace. No, that's a reaction. And detect thoughts. Yeah. So I'll do the 2-action version of detect thoughts then.
Okay.
So I can sense the surface thoughts. So hopefully whatever this is at the front of her mind.
Success by 0. She seems pretty motivated by revenge right now.
Okay. Yep, nothing, no levels of effect, so okay. That's all for me. Trying to
Okay.
see if there was a peaceful solution.
Sebastian.
There is a peaceful solution. Resting in peace.
Oh, God.
So, Sebastian is going to make his way out of the minivan.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Well, I can do what I want to do from here. I think. 10, 5, 10, 15, 40. Okay. Let's see. I've already demoralized you, so I can't do it again. Okay. Second action.
Get him. Lead by example?
Yes. Remind me, do I drag the effect onto myself for this?
No, I dragged it onto the enemy. You're good.
Okay. Perfect. And then gonna take a shot at Deborah.
Deborah the Undying.
The jury's still out on that. Oh, and it did not do my strike.
Nope, it sheathed it instead.
That is not what I wanted to do.
We'll just take that away.
Damn it.
You've also sheathed your knife.
Okay. This is getting out of hand. There we go. Right. There we
Yes.
go.
Miss.
Mm, I know it's early, but we're gonna hero point that.
Okay. Missed by 1.
Damn it! Well, that's okay. Uh, that is Sebastian's turn.
Okay. Clicky, clicky.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's okay. Do you want me to control Volras, or do you guys want to do it?
I am not familiar with their abilities, so I probably shouldn't.
I did a little bit, and I think I gave myself ownership already, so give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So actions.
Area fire in the sky.
Okay, each creature designated for the burst in position center point. Yeah, burst sounds good.
Critical failure.
Yay!
Because of the frightened.
I'm helping.
A whole 10 damage.
So it only rolled the regular version of damage.
Uh-huh.
That should be doubled.
Yep.
And then
You have to. I was gonna say, yeah, should have to double it,
Yeah.
and then also take the. If there's a crit specialization on it, it would take that. But...
Yes, so creatures who critically fail this save are subject to effects that occur on a critical hit with this weapon, including the weapon's critical specialization.
Which is?
You attack with a weapon you wield.
Something wrong?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm just not that familiar with it to know
That's
what.
all right. So go to the compendium.
I'm just not seeing the. Or I'm not familiar enough, I should say.
That's all right.
With
Go to the
weapon
compendium.
specialization. Okay. Stellar Canyon.
Cannon, not canyon.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Stellar Cannon.
The target must succeed a fortitude save against your class DC or be slowed 1 until the start of your next turn. So the class DC is 32. We'll roll for fortitude. Success. They are not slowed 1 until your next turn.
Boo. Okay. So that, and then barricade. That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Barricade provides lesser cover for you and another ally. Flimsy and falls apart at the end of the next turn.
Yep.
How big can it be?
Just the square you're in. Unless you have something that makes it bigger for other people.
It says you and one other ally.
Okay. So it would
So, like,
have to be at least 10 feet across.
Okay. Say here and here. Let me draw something.
You do not need to draw anything. Just put cover over the 2 tokens.
Okay. I need the cover macro, apparently.
No, you don't need the cover macro. You go to the compendium.
Oh, okay. Cover. There we go.
It's going to be lesser, I believe, unless it is granted standard cover for one action, which I don't think is possible.
No, I would have to take that. Let's see. Why isn't it showing up? Am I looking in the wrong place? No. Okay, here it is. Effect
Okay.
take cover.
Yep. Is this the first time you've used cover?
And you want the?
I
This is
have
what
a-
I use.
I have a better set of macros on my.
I just drag that, and then on the token you click, it'll tell if
Yep.
you want lesser, standard, or greater.
And you can put
There
it
you go.
right on your bar.
I'm trying to do it to Sergeant Iffish.
Okay.
Doesn't seem.
You have to have control of them.
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect. All right. That is all for Voros.
Okay. Voros does not have cover, though. Was she supposed to?
Yeah, I did apply. It was there for a second. Okay,
There you go.
There we go. Thank you.
All right. Sergeant Iffish is going to move here. Behind Voros, then he's going to take aim. And attempt to do a double tap. Not on Commander Arian, though. So, a 40 is a crit, and a 35 is a hit.
All right. Well, if that's a crit, Sebastian is going to use his reaction
Mm-hmm.
to tag team.
Of which... Yep. All of it gets through because of its damage type is fire.
And I'm going to take the strike.
Okay.
Wow.
Ah.
Dice, please.
You know, I have multiple dice sets that you can switch from if you want to put these in dice jail.
You know what? I think that's an excellent idea. We've reached the point where we have digital dice jail. That's...
Runkle's gonna move over here, and she's gonna stick you with a quickened. Rex.
Rex is gonna just keep following her. And I think I will attempt another trip here.
Okay. $29 is a success, so she is prone while in the air.
Yes. And we'll get into what that does later. But I'm just gonna strike. Hey, that's good. 50. Another fortitude to be prone again.
Oh no.
I
Double prone.
I don't know if
37.
that's fine.
Alright, she's going to target you with her tail. and tail. Hit. So she's going to do the damage. Then she's going to grab you with it. Athletics. Good thing this is agile. And I don't think an 18 will do it.
No, in fact, I'll grab her instead.
All right.
I think that's a crit fail. Let me check my things. My DC would be a 32. So if you're airborne at the end of your turn and didn't use a fly action this round, you fall. So actually, I'm not gonna grab her.
Okay.
I'm gonna let her fall and take that 45 free damage.
Isn't it half of 50?
Oh yeah, half of it. Or
Yeah.
here.
So
Yeah.
every time
But
in
it's-
battle, people get it wrong.
Yep. But yeah, at the end of that, if you don't use a fly action, you just fall.
Yep.
Farewell. I forgot to flap your wings. Oh wait, does that mean I got opportunity attack or is she's falling or no?
No, because that is forced movement.
Okay.
Gravity is still forced movement, sir. Alright, so Deborah is prone on the ground as she hisses at you.
You forgot how to use her wings.
It's a rocket pack!
The
Okay.
fuck are those back? How'd that fail?
Well, like wings, if they don't spend an action to fly, they still fall.
She just must be really bad.
Commander Arian's going to use a action to do tactical tutelage on Sebastian. Then he's going to mobile aim. And no, not the dueling sword. Take a shot at this woman. For a whole 11 damage. His sonic Aeon rifle is not getting through to this thing. Flower petal. I
Okay,
forgot.
since we're not allowed to...
Regeneration.
Well, I shouldn't say not allowed. But she doesn't want to play nice. So, that's on her.
I have to get rid of this frightened as well.
That's fine. She's gonna be real scared in a second. I do Sure Strike.
Mm-hmm.
And then make the earth explode.
Fortitude.
So first I attack.
Yep.
Yay, 34.
34 will hit. She crit succeeded.
Okay, so if I hit, I deal 46 bludgeoning plus 1d6. So that the fortitude would only matter if it had been a critical hit, then she would have landed prone.
Okay. So
But she will still take this.
the save DC is not factored in at all to the damage. You sure?
Attempt a spell attack against the targets I see. If you hit, you deal damage. On a critical hit, double the initial damage, but not the splash damage, and the target you hit must succeed at a fortitude saving throw or a fall prone. It's a spell attack, not a
So is
save.
disintegrate.
Hmm.
And disintegrate does go down with saves.
This one doesn't.
Okay, just making sure.
So yeah, that 35 and 8 damage, please.
Are we talking
No,
exploding
not
Earth
8.
again?
Not 8 because the splash is for everything surrounding her. The splash is already factored in.
Creatures take splash damage as well. But Rex
like-
is also going to have to take splash damage.
No, he's not. He's,
No,
50,
so-
he's 50 feet up in the air. And like
Yeah,
Alchemist
so-
Splash, this is already factored into the first damage.
The 35 has the splash damage. If you look at it, you can see it's 66 plus the 2d6.
Yes.
And then it just
Oh, okay.
duplicated the 8 splash down below to make it easier for targets that are near.
I
Yes,
see.
just like an
Okay.
Alchemist.
Gotcha. Okay.
They thought of the
and-
DMs.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Thank you, Foundry team. Okay, that is all for Flower Petal. Clicking end. Let me look up what Ross is gonna do.
Oh, don't you want to know what Sebastian's going to do first?
Well, I do. I just want to see what I can do with Ross.
All right, Sebastian, it is your turn.
Okay. Huh. Well, she's on the ground now. I'm very tempted to do something really stupid. I
Do
say
it.
stupid, but
If it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid.
okay. So her flight is coming from like her rocket pad, right?
Yep, and right now she's spinning on the ground with it.
Okay. I'm gonna try something I've never tried in the game before, so this should be fun.
Mhm.
Alright, we're gonna move up to her. Let's see, my speed is 30. 25. Oh, I'm here. Perfect.
Yep.
I would like to try to disable that rocket pack
Okay.
using disable device.
Sure. Yeah.
So that is going to be.
Let me get you
Wait,
the DC.
there's a macro for this.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are. Disable device thievery check. Okay.
The DC is going to be 30.
All right. So this is 100% doable. All right, and public roll.
All right. No more fly for this creature.
All right. Then with using my I moved with my quickened action, disable device for my first action. Second action is going to be to back up with
So
step. So I'm going to
so
step
you
twice.
No.
Hmm?
You moved, which was one action.
Mhm.
Disable device is 2 actions. Elf
Oh,
step.
okay.
Yep, you can step, but you can't elf step. Unless you want to say that your first action was the stride. Because you are quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yep, so you strode, you disabled device, which was 2, and then your last regular third action is elf step. So yes,
Okay.
you may elf step.
Okay, and I believe does that still leave me with my quickened action?
Nope, we just explained it. You used your quickened action first to get over to her. Then you used 2 actions to disable device. Then you used your last third action to elf step.
Ah, okay. I can't count. All right.
Yes.
So
Please
that
do
is-
count.
Alright, that is Sebastian's turn then.
No sweat. Proxy Voras.
Okay. So. Voras seems to be intimidation built.
Mm-hmm.
So going to do intimidating glare against Deborah. She does have eyes in which to see, right?
Oh, definitely. I showed you a picture.
Oh, yes. They could be false eyes, like butterflies have sometimes.
I didn't
anyway.
even know butterflies had false eyes. I learned something new today. That is a failure.
Okay. I'll try again next time. Then I'm going to do a regular strike from the superior stellar cannon.
That's a hit. A whole 14 damage.
Followed by the one action version of covering fire.
Okay.
So I'm going to make a strike at map.
Miss.
Miss. Okay. In that case, nothing worse happens.
Okay.
And that is all for me.
No problem. I appreciate you playing Voras.
It is fun learning two characters at the same time.
This man's going to double tap. A miss. And a miss. And he is going to take cover of his own volition. Runkle's gonna come over here. And she's going to stick you with a quickened. Rix.
I will fly down, and I can move straight down 10 feet for every 5 feet of movement I spend.
Okay.
So I will be on the ground.
Yep.
That's how you do it, is I'll tell her. And she's gonna get the fucking 1-2 here.
Okay.
There's a 1.
Almost a crit.
Almost.
Almost.
Think I needed to get him. And here's the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, no, we don't want... yeah, we'll take that. Alright, so just the 27 damage.
Okay.
Don't worry, the 2 will show up later.
She goes unconscious, and then she heals back to 10.
Ah, it's that weird Azlanti shit. I can't wait till you turn to a pile of clothes.
So, since she is a snake, I am going to rule that she does have a crawl speed.
Everyone has a crawl speed.
Oh yeah, but hers is more than 5 feet, so she's going to slither over here.
Well, I'll opportunity attack that.
Okay. Crit hit.
And she ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. Alright, bludgeoning. She goes back to being unconscious.
Bonk.
Commander Arian says, like, are we going to finish her off, or are we just going to leave her like this?
I mean, I could tie her in a knot.
I don't know how to disable her regeneration.
Think?
I will investigate that.
I don't know, fire usually works. Don't you have fire?
I do have fire.
I love the fire.
We'll just try the whole fucking flavors of the rainbow, the whole bag of Skittles.
Okay. He's gonna move over there. He's going to take his advanced dueling sword. He's going to crit hit her.
Oh
Deal-
my God.
Deal the crit fire damage. She's still unconscious. It didn't work.
All right. I guess we'll try the blue Skittle next. Frost, maybe?
Flower petal.
Or the yellow? What?
All right. First action, I want to recall knowledge on her
Okay.
and see if I can learn what can turn off this regeneration shit.
DC is 35.
Will religion work?
Religion will work. It is a very hard DC 35.
Okay.
All right. So you begin thinking, but nothing's coming to mind.
Nothing in the mind. And then I'm quickened.
Yep.
What was the action I could use with quickened? Whoever granted that to me?
Strike or stride.
Okay, the regular kind.
Yeah.
Okay, that close, so
Okay.
I can hit with reach. I'm gonna try to think one more time because that doesn't have a multiple attack penalty. Did I do it? No, I didn't do it.
What's happening?
Another knowledge religion to see if I can figure out what's
No
going
problem. Let me explain. Because you are using the same skill check to identify this creature, each time you do that, the DC increases by 2, so the DC is now 37.
on. Okay.
So, since I announced the DC, these don't need to be hidden. You don't know.
Okay. I'm going to hero point this one.
Okay. So it'll still be DC 37.
That's fine. Oops.
Ah! Here we go. Meow. You know for a fact it's acid.
Acid! Do I have acid in a spell? I do have acid, but I don't have enough actions to use it.
Okay.
Let's see.
What was the green Skittle?
They removed those from the bag one time.
Yeah, during COVID or something.
Wait, okay. So I did 2 not yeah. Okay. Yeah, my caustic blast or acid grip would be perfect for this then.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pass that knowledge along and I'm just gonna do shield.
Mm-hmm. And she is at 3. Okay.
Let's see if Phil Ross has acid. Oh, did I not click the button?
Nope.
Button click.
Sebastian, do you have acid?
I was looking, and I don't.
Mm-hmm. So even at these mid to high levels, you're still required to have a lot of different options in your arsenal.
Mm-hmm. And realistically, I don't think Sebastian would have. He's like, we're here for like treating stuff. This is new.
Oh, Phil Ross should have done warning spray. That's for next time.
Okay, so
I don't think you needed it.
I'm gonna delay my turn.
Okay.
Just gonna delay it until the end of the round.
Alright, I'll
Just
put
put
you
me
there.
all the way at the bottom.
Proxy Voros.
Doesn't appear to have acid grenades. Does have regular grenades. So she's just down.
Mm-hmm. So she will
Okay.
never go past dying 3 without being touched by acid.
Right.
You still deal massive damage, but I don't think we have the ways to do that. Even
No.
You do have a way
well,
to do it.
Actually,
do.
yeah, we do.
It's right here.
No, I could just pick her up and fly till we really high up because the van can't go that high,
Okay.
and then throw her down
Okay.
till
Yeah.
she splats.
Mm-hmm.
Boras will get up there.
Yeah.
She's unconscious, so intimidation isn't gonna work. Just gonna just gonna try to grab her.
Okay.
For all the good in the world that will do in case they wake up. So, athletics.
Mm, 30. That's a failure.
Okay.
Her
Try
weird snake
again.
body is difficult to grab.
Oh wait, we have a battery acid, right?
I pointed to the van before and you told me no.
Well, but the lead acid battery it probably has.
Okay, those both fail.
Okay.
That is the end of my turn.
The thing is, I don't want to ram her with the van because she probably doesn't have insurance,
I mean, we all have.
or she has Azlanti insurance. So
Everyone who has a gun probably has a battery. It doesn't have to be the car battery. Except for Voros, who shoots with magazines.
Hers is an analog.
Oh, wait, actually, I just remembered. We
Yes?
do in the party sheet.
Oh, okay.
There are tactical batteries in there. So I guess it just depends on if anyone decided to take those. I have no reason to say that either Flower Petal or Voros would have, so guess it's up to Sebastian and Rex if they had a plausible reason to grab the batteries.
Nope, if they're in there, they're in there.
Well, is it on your person, though?
Oh, I have my own batteries.
Okay, then you're all good.
Yep.
All right. These two are going to hang back because neither of them have acid. Sebastian.
All right. Well,
that's just like that lawyer acid spit.
Oh, God.
what kind of lawyer do you think I am, sir?
A practitioner of law.
It's very hurtful. So I think Sebastian is gonna go and I don't know if I can do this all in one turn, but I'm gonna grab one of our batteries that's in the stash, since that is the plan.
Forbidden. You may not access the stash while in battle.
All right, well, I guess I will just use one of my tactical batteries then. Wait,
Okay. Are you cracking it open like an egg?
Shake the acid out.
Oh, like a salt shaker. Okay.
hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see. How many batteries do I have? I should have 3.
And you
And-
have... Yep, 3.
Okay. I'm gonna use the commercial battery here.
The level 0 battery, those break so easily.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, so Sebastian's gotta
It's
just
like a single drop, and she with her so
All right.
Yep, and then we are just gonna try to
DC 15 athletics to break the battery.
Okay. Athletics.
Mhm.
Oh. Alright, and here we go.
All right, the elf's going to break the battery, everyone. Yep.
Hey!
You crit succeed, you break the battery, and then it dawns on you. This is the technological age far into the future. Batteries have not been made with acid for some time.
Boo!
I'm sorry, but in the future they would not use acid.
Why not?
Because it's much more practical to use earth metals instead, or terrestrial metals. Especially
Okay.
sodium.
Well, Rex, if you hold your action until I go, I can do one of my spells that will for sure do some form of acid damage. And
Okay.
Sebastian's just like, well, I tried, and he's gonna walk away.
I'll hold.
And that is my 3 actions.
God.
It's fine. If that doesn't work, I'll just Tony Stark her all the way up to the fucking stratosphere and drop her.
Rex.
I'll hold my action till after Flower Petal.
Alright. She's gonna get 10 back again and try to stand up.
No, back to sleep.
Back to sleep.
Yep.
Back to dying 3, unconscious.
Oh, back to sleep.
No, my mission, bonk.
I wonder how many times we do this. If she'll be, if something will break in her head.
She's regenerating. I doubt it. Commander Arian, let's Flower Petal go. This has gone on too long.
And a reflex save as acidic tendrils emerge from my body and try to grab her.
Okay. 34.
Okay, that is a success, so they will still take acid damage.
How much?
Half of that.
Half of that. She melts away.
Yay.
I imagine the finger just like you just like touch her tail and it's like catching a piece of tissue or like steel wool. It just instantly goes like, oh, that was fast.
Oh no, like that Archimedes drop.
Yeah.
Ooh. There we go.
See? Like I told you, like a bag of Skittles. You just gotta have them taste the rainbow.
She took quite a few Skittles before she went. So now that you're in, Commander Arian is going to take Sergeant Eyefish and Major Runkle Gigi. They are going to go to the Halls of Promise.
Oh no, Prince Rupert's drop. That's what it's
Yeah.
called.
If you want to come with them, you're more than welcome to, but they feel that you could probably do more good out here on the streets of Atuity, with them directing you from working communicators now.
Us the communicators are working.
Yep, once they get to the Halls of Promise, they can re-enable your communicators. The question is, what are you going to choose to do? Are you going to help Atuity, or are you going to seek shelter? Or perhaps you're just going to make a run for it for your ship.
I just like everyone shrug. Like, what do you guys want to do?
Yeah.
I would really love to know what the hell is happening and who's behind it.
I promise
Yeah,
you.
it sounds. So you know who to sue?
Also, yes.
So can we just start? Well, we can just start nabbing some people and taking them to the halls.
You want to start abducting citizens, or do you mean the Shaidron guards?
Oh yeah, those people.
Oh, okay, the black shirts. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you knock them unconscious, they fucking fold their own clothes. But like,
Yes.
what? We were able to grab one, but he was able to kill himself somehow, right?
He used something, divine ability that destroys the body. Yes.
Hmm. Maybe just drive around GTA style, look for someone who looks a little different that can't do that.
Okay. So, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'm talking to everyone else. I don't know if that's what we're actually doing.
Okay.
I can't speak to Vo Ross, but knowing Phoebe, I'm sure she would have some really incredible speech to make right now about heroism and protecting the innocent and somehow make it sexual. Flower Petal will say, okay, bye, and go into
Okay.
the van.
And go into the van. Okay, yeah. So, Flower Petal is going to go to the starport then, and then Rex, Sebastian, and Vo Ross are going to do the other thing.
I don't know what we're doing.
No,
Okay.
Flower Petal will stay with the group.
I just.
Are we splitting the party?
It is possible to split the party and cover more ground at this point. I just cannot force you.
Oh,
to
really?
Do anything.
Okay.
I am
If
not
that
going
is
to
an
penalize
actual-
you. Yep. I'm not going
If
to
that's an
penalize
actual
you.
viable option, then I think I actually will do that.
Okay.
I'm going to
So-
find out what's going on in space.
All right. Flower Petal's doing that. Rex has his idea. Sebastian, what would you like to do, or are you going with one of them?
I'm gonna go with Rex.
Okay. And then
I feel
I'll
like
just...
if we're on foot, then Sebastian can at least support Rex doing whatever he's doing
Mhm.
from the shadows, quote unquote.
Haha. Because, Solari and Graviton, I get it. Voras is going to go with Jellyfish.
Okay.
Whom do you want to resolve first?
Meh. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm good with Flower Petal going first.
Okay, Flower Petal, you get to... We're gonna do it like this. Flower Petal, Voras, you go to the spaceport. There are ships literally falling on the sky, out of the sky, and into domestic buildings. So, what I need from you is either you're going to get to the vehicle. Yeah, I need a DC 28 piloting check in order to navigate to get to the spaceport, or an alternative that is logically sound.
Let's see.
Because at the same time you're trying to drive the hover minivan, everyone in Atuity is trying to evacuate from this dogfight and the debris.
Sure. Okay. Flower Petal has decent piloting. What did you say the DC was?
The DC is 28 piloting check, or a skill of your choice that is logically sound.
Or a logical choice.
You may also use a spell at your disposal.
Volcano lore.
No.
Emulating the... Well, to emulate, the trajectory of debris that explodes from volcanoes?
No.
Okay. All right. I'll give it my best shot with piloting then.
Okay. That is a failure. As you start to, your eyes start to wonder. Go ahead.
Can Voros give me her hero point?
No.
Nope. Okay.
No. So your eyes start to wander, and then you look over to your little GPS unit or your data pad, and you find out it's also very difficult to get there, not only because of the people evacuating the streets and getting in your way with the hover minivan, but the Zihedron Guard have hacked the infosphere. And not only have they put a bounty on your head, they've changed all your GPS instructions, so you are in an unfamiliar city without directions. So if you would like to either hack or give me some sort of computer's check to get that access back...
Yes. We'll also give that a shot.
DC 28 computers.
Aha, nope.
Okay. So I'm going to leave you right here, stranded in the streets, surrounded by screaming people, debris falling and everything, and you're just kind of like looking around, honking the horn, you know, like putting down the window, asking, does anyone have directions to the spaceport? As they're all screaming for their lives.
Hello, we are heroes. We are trying to save your life. Can you show me the nearest port to go to?
We're gonna die!
Not if we can help it.
All right, Rex and Sebastian, what are you doing?
We're roaming around and using my little... Because there's probably rubble, right?
There's rubble everywhere. Ships are falling out of the sky. Buildings are crumbling.
Perfect. That's exactly what I want. So I got this.
Yeah.
So I'm easily hidden. I don't know about you, Spec. Good luck.
Oh no, we're fine. I'm gonna try to make a stealth check to avoid notice.
Okay.
And we're looking for anything other than just those other lame Aeon guards. Maybe someone who might know something that won't just fucking disappear into a poof of laundry.
Okay. So, as you're doing your terrain stalking thing, Sebastian is apprehended by 2 Zihedron guards.
Good luck. No. I mean, I'll help them. I'll jump out the shadows and do things and fuck them up.
Well, they're about to say some stuff, but if you want to help them immediately, that's fine too.
Oh, wait, no. You're out of sight. Just give me a minute. Let me cook.
Yeah.
Okay, he wants to cook.
That's fine. As the 2 Zihedron guards apprehend him and say, like, Ishmere wants everything to be in order by the time he gets here. Get the Starfinder to the jail with the other Vesk. And they both do like a little like fascist salute. And goes like, once Ishmere Ulfri gets here, we can offer him as a sacrifice to Lasala with the other Vesk.
Without missing a beat, Sebastian returns the salute. Let's see. Is there a way for me to know what's appropriate to say in response? Can I make a deception check to figure that out?
You can make a deception check. Maybe you're an implanted agent. Who knows? Maybe you're a double crosser. They've had those before in the Pact Worlds for these Lanti. It's how they got so far. It's how they got so close to the Starstone in the first place that time.
All right, I'm going to use Practiced Influencer.
Okay. The DC is 28.
All right, so basically I roll my deception twice and take the higher result. And deception.
critical success as they look at you in surprise and say, like, hold it. This one is the traitor. It's because of him we were able to take Atuity so quickly. And the other one looks at him and says, like, I thought the traitor was one of the... No, it's this one. I can tell. Let's bring him...
Now,
bring him
who
over to...
on earth would you mistake me for?
Well, that's just it. We didn't know you were the Shadow Man. Though I
Well,
guess...
that's kind of the point, isn't it?
Rex is close to them because of his train stalker.
Yeah.
And only Sebastian can see him, and he's just drinking away, like 15 feet away, like holding back laughter.
Yeah, so
It's weird that Sebastian actually feels safe with Rex right there in this moment, despite him drinking.
Is he so close yet they don't know?
yeah, they really don't. There's too much noise and other things going on. They thought they had a prisoner, but what they actually found was the Shadow Man.
They're like, this is obviously the traitor. Look at him. He even carries a legal paddle around.
Yes. It figures he would be a lawyer.
I am curious to know who this other person is that you mistook me for.
Well, you don't have as much hair, and you're larger, but I guess that's part of the disguise.
Noted. Well, I'm sure that you have other duties to attend to prepare for the arrival.
Ah, yes. We must get you to safety immediately.
By all means.
Yep. And they're going to take you back to their base camp, which is in Market Rose.
I think, like, there's a moment where Sebastian is going to kind of, like, side-eye where Rex was, like, seeing if he wants to go along with this.
I mean, Rex just shrugs. He'll follow you.
Okay.
Okay, Rex, are you going to use the darkness, or are you going to use the stealth?
He'll use the stealth with the train stalker as long as there's rubble, and then other than that, yeah, he'll just he'll stealth.
Okay. While you're doing that, Market Rose is in a despicable state at the moment with all the rubble and goods everywhere. Please pick out 2 level 12 items off the ground. Your choice. And while you
Just
two...
Rex or both of us?
Just Rex, because Rex is falling behind. He's picking up all the candy that fell on the floor.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. So let's go back to Flower Petal and Voras. Flower
I'm
Petal.
sure that our situation is improved.
It has not. People are banging on the vehicle trying to get into safety. You
I
must
think
make...
maybe Bill Ross would point
go ahead.
her gigantic superior stellar cannon at them.
You could! You could turn the superior stellar cannon on innocent citizens who are fleeing for their lives.
Shoot him
Like,
non-lethally.
They have to stop interfering with the official Starfinder business.
Sure! Okay! Yes! What are you doing?
The fucking spirit of what's it called? of collateral. Spirit of collateral.
Yeah, so Voras takes the gun, and the intimidation check is a critical success. They all flee from the vehicle and try to go elsewhere to find shelter.
Fuck away from my car, you animals!
Also, we're trying to save you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have no directions, but the way is clear. Let's see if you can find the spaceport. Computers check, please. DC 28.
Yeah. I just have to get an 11 or higher. Of course not.
So you accidentally press the button to restart the GPS and it takes a while to boot back up.
You have to turn it off and on again. That's what they say on the tech advisory calls.
Yeah, but Linus Tech Tips, yeah, he's not a very good channel anymore. Oh boy.
Brought to you by this sponsor and this sponsor and this sponsor.
All of which he stole from. So Flower Petal starts going in the other direction, or he's stationary now again, as Voros starts to look around and say, like, why aren't we moving?
How does Flower Petal have better survival than Voros does?
I don't know.
Actually, I have like a oh, it's probably because of the spirits. I bet. Unless... I don't know. Might want to take a look at Voros' character sheet.
Okay.
Seems really weird. Yeah, let's see. I'm not gonna audit her sheet. Trying to see if there's something clever that Voros can do.
Perception. It's the big hexagonal building.
Yep. And again, somehow Flower Petal has better perception than Voros does.
It can't be worse than the critical failure.
True. Alright. Here's Voros' perception.
Okay. It is the exact same as the critical failure, as she looks out and debris gets into her eye, washed up by the wind. Yep, Flower Petal looks out in the other direction where debris is not raining down from, and you see the big hexagonal spaceport. It's really obvious. There are these big signs that say this way to the spaceport. Just like an airport.
And Voros just high jump on top to
Yes,
see if we can get a better view.
sure, but her eyes are filled with debris from that crit
Okay.
fail. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yep, but you know
If-
where to go.
Okay. We'll start driving back there then.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a clever spell to help with driving.
All right.
Unless I can enlarge ourselves.
You cannot. You can enlarge the car, but do you have it to enlarge the car and you at the same time?
No.
No. Then the car will
Well-
be really big and impossible to drive.
Actually, let's see. What's the highest rank that I do have it in? I do have 4th rank enlargement. Creature instinct grows to huge. Okay, so no, it's not an area of effect spell.
No. And it's only creatures, correct? Not objects.
Yeah, but might be nice for Voros to be huge.
Okay.
Oh, I know. I can fly. Me, Flower Petal, can fly.
Okay. Sure.
So maybe we just leave the car
Yeah.
here,
Yeah. That.
and
Okay.
I just pick up Flower Petal, and we've actually doesn't she have boots? I think she had some kind of flower. Or
I think she has magnetic boots.
let's see, inventory. Backpack with sci-fi. No.
No, I'm
maybe
sorry, she doesn't.
Nope. Am I able to pick her up and just kind of
No.
baby
Otherwise,
fly her?
so in order to pick her up, you will need to add 17 bulk to your character sheet. Can you move under those conditions? Because remember, she is wearing Kyokura plating, which is a heavy bulwark.
I could fly up and point her in the right direction from like 30 feet up.
Okay, so you're going to continue on that way without the minivan.
Yeah, the minivan seems fucked. I don't understand it, and neither does Ross.
Oh, all right. So you guys are now on foot to the spaceport. We'll get back to you in a moment. Now, for Sebastian and Rex, Rex is picking up all the usable things along the way, following in Sebastian's wake. And they bring Sebastian to this very nice little military tent where all the planning and whatnot is going on. And Sebastian is able to see the interface with a certain someone. Let me see.
I now bleed. Or make people bleed.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Here we go.
And upgraded my armor.
You see this man
Ugh.
in one of the monitors.
Snake.
A snake. We nearly have we nearly have control of Kayeshta. What is the situation in Atuity? And where's the Shadow Man?
Do I recognize that person on screen now?
No, but he looks very important. He is wearing some religious garbs. He has a head tattoo of the Zaidron card, and he's got snakes.
Okay. Mental note for that.
Is this future Karzog?
No.
So, Sebastian's just going to say, well, I didn't intend to be here, but since I'm here now...
Who are you?
You asked for the Shadow Man, did you not?
You're not the Shadow Man. You're too tall. Where's that stupid little rat?
I'm not sure to whom you're referring.
Fools. Detain that one. He's not the Shadow Man. And then the Zaidron guards start coming up behind Sebastian with these little manacles.
Now,
Rex
hold
will
on.
intervene.
Okay, what's gonna happen? Are you gonna use your darkness and get away with them, or are you gonna...
Predator's pounce.
Okay.
He just jumps from darkness unseen and gets 2 attacks. That's pretty much it.
Okay, so
Just
you're
like,
going...
the jig is up.
So you're going to try to settle this through direct combat then.
Yeah, because I really don't see how Sebastian's gonna be able to negotiate until they're just gonna cuff him, then ask questions.
Well,
Okay.
you'd be surprised. But I can't stop Rex from doing what he's gonna do.
Okay. So instead of direct combat, I'm going to ask for a series of checks instead, especially since this scene is playing out.
Okay.
The checks are going to be of DC 28, and they must be justified skills. So when you do your Predator's Pounce, I'm expecting something like athletics or combat lore.
Alright, I'll do my athletics.
Yeah, so that is a crit success. You'll be knocking those 2 guards to the ground as you hear this man screaming on the monitor. What's happening over there? I can't see anything.
Rex just gonna take a drink and burp.
So I think Sebastian has his hands up. He's absolutely ready to just BS his way through this encounter, and then Rex just kind of like knocks them out from behind, and he's just
And
like,
then
oh.
drags them away into the darkness.
Oh, God.
Leave you alone with the shooter.
So Ofre's gonna look back at Sebastian and say, like, who are you who can control the shadows like that?
Well, I did try to tell you who I was, but apparently my say-so wasn't enough.
You're not the rat? You're not the shadow man? Who are you?
All right. I'm something far worse than the Shadow Man.
I knew it. You're
I'm
one
a
of those...
lawyer.
Lawyer?
He's the Shadow Man's lawyer.
God.
You know what? Let's go with that. I'm the Shadow Man's lawyer.
Impossible.
Very little in this universe is impossible. But since we're here, having a very civil discussion, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that you want?
I want the Azlanti Empire for Lysandra. Too long have the twins been contented to remain in this peaceful, very welcoming way to the Xenos like yourself. So I ended their lives. They are no longer in control of the Empire. I am. And he sends you a picture with their dead bodies and him posing on the throne for a selfie. The Azlanti Empire that you knew is no more. We shall return to the old ways, the traditions, and I shall rule as head priest and as emperor.
I see. Are you familiar with the principle of extinction burst?
I am familiar with the principle of the strong will survive, and we, the Azlanti, are the strongest.
Well, that's just the thing. Extinction burst says that people continue to try things that don't work until they eventually die out. That's usually what happens to those who refuse to change. So, this conversation is your last chance before eventually we meet in person.
We shall never meet in person. I am safely within the heart of the Empire. What fool do you take me for? A cultist of the Devourer?
Within the Empire? Huh. So then you have absolutely no control over what happens here.
I have total
How
control.
unfortunate. And how exactly is that?
No more games. Who are you? Are you one of the Starfinders? Or perhaps you're a free agent?
An agent, perhaps. Not sure if you're familiar with House Arboro.
House Arboro. You're one of those filthy drow that have renamed themselves Cavern Elves in an effort to clear their past.
Odd thing to say when you're clinging to your past, but continue.
My past is strong, and it is our future. Opvero out. And he disables the connection.
Well, surprisingly productive. He even got me to give him he even got me I even got him to give a name without giving my own.
Yeah, and it's a Yosoki that we're looking for.
So there's a lot of Azlanti tech here, including one of their, one of their fancy data pads, if you want it.
Sebastian will absolutely take it, and anything else that isn't nailed down.
All their stationery, you say?
All the stationery.
All the stationery. You find some Azlanti ready-to-eats, and they've got some weird Azlanti language on them. It looks like gummy candy. Their sodas are weird, too. They have little marbles on them on the top.
Weirdos.
All right, so wow, you guys did very well. Let's go back to the other team and see how they're doing with their failed perception checks and driving checks and whatnot. Flower Petal, Proxy Voras, you make it to the spaceport. You're finally there, and it's a good thing you didn't bring the minivan because there's no parking.
We'll deal with the boot later.
So, you're gonna attempt to get to the Sunrise Maiden?
If that's the goal, then yes.
Well, you gotta tell me. I don't know what your goal is. You could even go to the command center of the spaceport and try to radio for help there. I don't know your intentions.
Do they have an Annie's Pretzels here?
They do have an Annie's Pretzels here, and the vendor has abandoned it. They even have the super... They have the super big pretzel already made, too. The one that's the size of a child.
No. Must resist.
And the topping bar is there.
Have to save the world first.
The topping bar is there, too.
What would Rex do? That's all you have to ask yourself.
Eat it?
Yeah, of course.
Flower petals. Bo, grab the pretzel. I'll figure out where the ship is.
Okay, she goes over to the pretzel and immediately goes over to the dipping bar to get some cheese sauce. I'm on it.
I don't have find the nearest you are here map and follow directions lore.
Oh yeah, the kiosks are everywhere. You can find anything you want now that you're in the building.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to find out where it's docked.
Okay. So all the ships are in the same place. This little pad. There's not many of them. Their spaceport is not that big. So it's just a matter of getting through customs and the gates. And there are no agents here. So you're gonna have to figure out a way to get past those doors for the, the security gates.
Oh, I know how we can get past those.
Mm-hmm.
But Russ, remember those grenades that weren't very good before?
She says with her mouth full of cheese and pretzel. Yeah.
Use one.
She swallows. Okay. Alright, so she's going to use a grenade on the door. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay.
Alright. So, that's not enough damage, as you see that you've left a stain on some of the plexiglass and whatnot, and now the spaceport begins to lock down because it thinks it's under a terrorist attack.
We don't have time for this. I cast Fireball.
Okay, let's see that damage. That's more than 15. You blast through the barrier. And you're able to get to the ship. And this is what you see. Where are you? Yeah. As a stray plasma beam runs up alongside the engine of the Sunrise Maiden and several missiles go astray, and then all of a sudden, a whoosh and a boom, and the ship is no more.
No.
Oh, fuck. We couldn't park there. That was a handicap zone.
God. They're really strict about it here.
Yes. So your beloved ship, the Sunrise Maiden, that you've had for years now, that you have used as your living space on Absalon Station, that you've gone on all your missions on together, that one Starfinder had their wedding on, that you had that little wedding celebration on, like the wedding shower and stuff.
Oh yeah, that was a tearjerker episode.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, do they have the place with the really big cookies here?
They do have the cookie place, yes.
Okay, let's get one of those to make us feel better.
Okay.
It'll help take away the shock of the bad news for the others.
Yep, Voras follows with the pretzel. So you get your cookies. There are a lot more stores here. You could just go around and get all the food you want and drinks for free.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's basically what we're doing.
Okay. Back to the other team in Market Row as you rob the Azlanti. What you doing?
I mean, I think we got everything we needed, right?
Yeah, I think so. Was there anyone else around as we were walking up to this military tent?
There
just
were
these two, and I hold up the guys that are unconscious, tied together.
Yep, and just the screaming civilians. That's it.
Well, I am. So, Sebastian, being petty as he is, he's going to search them, see if he can find anything on them.
You do find a couple of what seem to be security cards.
Gonna swipe those. Do they happen to have the keys for the manacles that they were going to put on Sebastian?
Yes.
Gonna take the keys, take the manacles, and he is going to manacle the two of them together.
Oh no. Now it's a buddy comedy.
Well, I think our work here is done. Gonna hand Rex the other security card.
Mm-hmm.
You have a red one and you have a blue one.
Well, I wonder how Flower Petal and Voros are doing.
No. We already cut away from them. It's your turn now. Nice try.
Well, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Well, I suppose we should find our Isoki in the shadows then.
Yep. Let me see. Well, these guys were looking for him. I don't know. What do we do? Just toss fucking mouse traps or some shit? Get the giant wheel of cheese?
As panicked as the citizens around here are, I'm sure they would notice any Isoki around. Didn't we meet a few?
You did. When you killed them, they turned to dust, similar to the Azlanti.
Right, that was a thing that happened.
So, if you would like to request, intimidate, coerce, or maybe diplomacy, the check is going to be DC 29. Or you can attempt a DC 29 computers check.
Let's see, I don't believe computers is going to happen for me.
Rex computers.
Half a second, I thought you were going to say, I don't believe in computers.
Rex will give it a shot at computers here.
Okay.
Let's see what he does. You rolled a 19. Look at that. You got a 20.
You you find your own photo along with Sebastian's on the infosphere. And it's just like wanted.
Now look. Yours is worse.
This might be the first and only time that you can say that.
It looks like really bad security photos of yourselves from inside of the Sunrise Maiden.
Now, how do you suppose they got these pictures?
Let me see if it's still connected to the Sunrise Maiden. Oh, the connection went away. That's weird.
Did everything go down again?
I don't know. I thought we re-upped the Wi-Fi. We just put in the new a Starlink in there.
Exactly. What are Commander Arian and the others doing?
Nice try. Again.
If only we knew.
So,
let me give them a call.
Okay. Yeah, you call them up on the communicator, and they're in the halls of promise, and they're going like, "We've managed to get some evacuees in here and shelter them. How are you doing with the evacuation effort and helping Atuity?"
Found some
in
chips.
progress.
Chips? You're eating at a time like this?
Yeah, I'm hungry. But also, we talked to some people, and the Shadow Man's a Yosoki, I think, and or just a rat. Yeah, we just kind of they're after people, and it's us for some reason.
That's some reason, he says.
He looks on the infosphere and he says, like, well, they put a 500,000 credit bounty on your heads.
Ain't the first time.
Maybe not the first time for you.
No, I said it ain't the first time for me. You know?
Well, all right. Well, I suppose I should try to corral some of these panicked citizens, try to get them to safer places, and maybe get a little bit of information out of them using a diplomacy check.
Okay, yeah. DC 29.
Can I assist them with my intimidation by being like the bad cop?
Yes.
Those who don't want to deal with him, they'll deal with me.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah. That's at least logical. Yes. One success.
And diplomacy. And I'm just going to do this without practiced influencer. Ooh, maybe I should have used practiced influencer. I'm gonna use wait. Did we get another hero point?
Nope, you used yours early.
Yes, I did.
You got mine.
I will take it if you will give it.
Yeah.
Although I might not need it. oh, great, I have a thing to where a crit fails just become failures on the deception, diplomacy, and intimidation.
That is very, very helpful. So Sebastian tries to use like calming body language and whatnot and talk to people, but they're just not in the mood to listen, and Rex just yells and get to the halls of promise if you want to live. Just like
pick up someone and throw them.
Oh god. They all move in the direction of the thrown person. The little old lady goes flying with the little
There she
locker.
bounces.
Oh god.
Somehow
Not
I
with a
think
locker.
this whole thing would have gone better if we had switched places.
And who's there waiting for you but Zeomon and the other two members of the the triumvirate. And she opens the door and lets all the people in and you and goes like, quickly inside.
All right.
And Sebastian's right behind Rex.
Yep. And she's right behind you. She locks the door behind you and goes like, we have to get to safety inside with the others. I'm surprised you're still alive.
The same could be said of you. I mean,
I was in the
I've
wealthy
seen the
part
state
of
of-
town. They don't bomb that.
I hate how much sense that makes.
Well, they want those houses themselves. So what if we burn that side down and we'll cause them to freak out and come to us?
No, we shouldn't resort to such desperate measures just yet.
Oh, it's not that desperate. It's not as desperate as faking getting shot.
This is a lot more extreme than faking getting shot. That was a political snafu.
As Rex with like his phone recorder. Got it. There, that's some legal evidence, right, Sebastian?
Take a hero point, sir.
Sebastian just looks at Rex. There's a hint of pride there.
Everyone's like, oh, fuck.
All right, now we can cut back to Voras and Flower Petal as they have their arms and possibly the minivan now filled with all this takeout food or fast food or confectionaries or whatnot.
I can't believe that they had the chocolates that you can only ever find at tourist locations.
Ah, yes.
Oh, I thought of something that could be relatively productive. Do they have a control room?
Yes, they have a control room at the starport. Yes, the spaceport. Yes.
Maybe we should go there and see if there's, like, things happening.
Sure.
And Voras is like, "Rrr."
Half the pretzel is gone now. But yeah, you get up to the control room. You see it's been broken open. And one of the Azlanti Saedron guard, who must be a technician because they don't have any weapons or anything. Or they're leaving their weapon directly, like, right next to them, propped up to the chair, because they're not expecting anyone, is directing the overhead ship traffic from this location. And they don't seem to have noticed you yet.
Okay. I think Voras would have a good time grabbing this person and intimidating them to turn the tables with technology.
Okay, DC 28.
Intimidation?
That is your choice, yes.
Okay. Yes, that is definitely what Voras will use.
Okay.
Nope. Voras has a hero point. Absolutely is going to use it.
Okay.
That is Unacceptable.
All right, yeah.
Watch as it's a...
So she begins to say something to intimidate him, but instead she starts choking on the salt from the pretzel. She hasn't had anything to drink since she started eating it, and it was with cheese, so it's even more dry in her mouth now.
Okay.
He turns around and faces you. Who are you?
I have the power to take away your soul, unless you do exactly what I tell you. I think she'll, at the very least, point her big giant gun.
Yes.
Make it all stop.
Make what all stop?
Whatever you're doing, make it stop.
I've already stopped. I've turned around and started talking with you. I'm literally not doing my job.
What was your job?
To direct traffic. As you see one of the Vesk ships now slamming into several Azlanti in a kamikaze.
I want to sense motive to see... Was he doing a good thing overall? And he's just in his Azlanti, and I'm letting my racial prejudice get the better of me? Or is he doing bad stuff?
All right, DC 28 to figure out if this man was actually doing his job and if it was a good thing. All right, so, okay, let's reveal that. He was doing a good thing. Now the ships are starting to crash into each other or otherwise traipsing and cutting off, like, or otherwise winging, you know, like scraping sides of buildings and everything. They're not flying as well as they did before.
Go back to doing the thing you were doing before. I'm sorry.
No, I can't. You have a gun pointed at my head. I surrender.
I'll take my tentacle and pull down Varas's gun. Nope, direct traffic.
Oh,
Is there a way that we can help? We're very confused about what's going on right now.
I'm also confused. Are you trying to kill me or not?
We're trying to stop people from dying, and my car exploded.
I can't help you repair the car. About the people dying, that's what happens in war. Can I go now?
No! You need to stop people from crashing into things.
He looks at the gun, he looks back at you, he looks back at the screen. He looks like he's panicking. It's basically tech support. You've tried to assault tech support.
I have to have a thing for this.
Okay.
Oh, is this okay. Here's what I do. I vibe check him.
Okay. Yes.
With joy.
Mm-hmm. Joy. Okay. So let's see. Let's take a look at the Zihedron guards. Here comes the will save.
Please be in that one. Fuck
Crit
you.
success. Fuck you. So instead of the joy, he gets the fuck you, and he's like, no, get out of my head. He goes running for the door. He just leaves his weapon behind. I don't want to be here.
Okay, then we'll do the other thing.
The other thing.
Make him feel really bad about leaving his post.
Okay.
So he needs that will save.
33.
Okay. He feels a little bad about it.
Okay.
As he becomes frightened 1 and takes that
Oh,
much
no.
damage.
Okay, he turns to dust. He promiseras. He has no other options.
Okay. I have good news and bad news, Vo. The good news... Well, I'll think about that later. The bad news is we have to figure out how to make everything stop going insane.
All you have to do is direct traffic, Varas says. You know how to do that. Just tell them to go back to the ship. Tell them to return to Birth.
Birth, you say?
Yes, return to Birth. Where the ship's berth. The docking bay.
I'll do sailing lore.
Okay.
What is with my dice today?
I don't know. So you get to the console and you start giving them instructions. And they're
Make
going-
sure to avoid buoys and rocks.
It's even more chaos now out there as you just see parts of ships just flying out of the sky.
Does Vo have anything?
Yeah, she has a gun.
See if she can get people on track.
Yep. Intimidation check. So she like slams her fist down on the console and says like, get back to the docking bay. Retreat for now. And yeah, that's a crit success. So the Azlanti start going back, but not to the Ascendant Paragon. And the other Vesk ships that are still left over, they're going to attempt to land in the spaceport and basically land right on top of the remains of the Sunrise Maiden.
Does this have guns? Does the spaceport have guns?
No, the spaceport doesn't have guns. It has concession stands and a control tower.
Seems weird for a future space colony to not have ship defense or point defense. Okay.
Yeah. No, this was basically kind of considered a resort of kinds, with the tropical atmosphere and stuff.
Sure. Nope. That also makes sense.
They had one law enforcer. They had one member of the Aeon Guard and basically a militia.
Okay. So I just want to make sure that I haven't confused stuff, me, the player.
Oh, no sweat.
The Azlanti are the ones who were bombing everything, right?
Correct. In the Red Clarion, which is the Veskarium ship. Somehow they got aboard, they got control of the weapons, and started firing down on you in the jungle. That's when these...
On their... And now they're shooting at their own people.
Correct.
From a Vesk ship.
Not from a Vesk ship. These are from purple ships, just like the Blackguard or the Black Shirts are using. Not from the Ascendant Paragon, which is the green ship.
Okay.
It's meant to be confusing. I apologize.
Yeah, that's a little... Okay. So are the people landing people that I would consider to be good guys or bad guys?
They are the Veskarium. If you consider the Veskarium to be friends, then yes, they are friends.
I mean, we were working with them, and it seems like they're not the ones intending to shoot things down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go greet our friends or potential allies, or maybe kill them all. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah. Voras is just sipping on one of the sodas you got. Mm-hmm. So the Vesk greet you when you go out to meet them. And they're asking, where's Captain Vasoya? Why hasn't she given us any orders?
I'll somberly approach. She is dead, and she didn't want to come back. But if it makes you feel any better, she went the way that she would have wanted to go. Fighting a primordial monster.
Oh. And they all look a bit saddened, but they do their best salute to her and said, like, she died in honorable battle. That's all anyone could ever ask for. Well, take us to the halls.
Indeed.
Take us to the halls of promise. We will decide what to do there with who is left from command.
Absolutely. I am so glad real adults are here to take care of the situation.
What? Voras just looks over at you. What were we?
We're tourists. By the way, I talked to the Vest people.
Yeah.
Do you like cookies?
They all just look at you confused and say, yes?
Excellent. They have plenty here. Come on inside.
Oh, God. All right, so I'm just going to take you over here, finally, where the others are.
Yeah, that works.
Yep. Ziamon lets you in, and then locks the door right behind you. You can see the survivors of the Vesk are here. You can see half the population of Atuity is here, the citizens. And Rix and Sebastian are here.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Tell me, how much of a deep personal relationship did you have with our ship?
Nothing.
Well, I'm the one who writes our expense report, so why?
Oh, no.
Okay, before I go into that, here are some mini corn dogs.
Oh.
This feels like bribery.
I'll take
no.
yours then.
It's not bribery, it's softening the blow. Our ship is gone. It was destroyed.
Okay.
But I do have pretzels and cookies and little corn dogs, as well as novelty chocolates.
Sebastian just kind of slow blinks at that. Like you can see him processing. Destroyed by what?
Someone shot it from the sky. We might have parked in a handicap zone. I didn't determine that.
Well,
And
I
that makes sense
suppose
to me. How's our insurance? Do we get tort?
Okay, so I have good news and bad news then. The bad news is we only had liability insurance on that thing.
Oh, no,
Okay.
not collision?
Why wouldn't we have collision? That's the most basic kind of thing that happens in cars.
Let's not ask too many questions. That's the bad news. The good news is I don't think that our ship exploding was your fault. Probably
Oh no, it
done by
certainly
the
was not.
Oh no, it was probably done by the same person who tried to kill us all the first time.
Oh? Wasn't it an Azlanti who was just trying to do his job? By chance?
No, apparently, our information has been leaked on the infosphere with surveillance photos that were taken from footage that was on the Sunrise Maiden. Now,
How
we
much
don't
of our
have any.
information leaked?
It's safe to assume all of it.
All of it, or just like
You should always assume all of it unless proven otherwise.
Meanwhile, Rex is looking at all the different, like on the infosphere, looking at all the different ships that are like known to be parking in, like that are up there, and he's like, oh, that one looks, maybe that one, nah, that one's too big, too small.
Ziamon's ship is there.
I really hope they don't release my Grays folder. That would be embarrassing.
It's fun. I'm just trying to figure out which one we're gonna take back home. Do you guys like something smaller and faster, or something that we can actually carry luggage with?
What do you mean going home?
I mean, when we leave, we're gonna need something.
Oh, well, yes, but we're skipping steps here.
I mean, I just want to start getting a lookout, and if one of them's there, then I can just break into it and hotwire it, and we can move it somewhere else.
Something with lots of guns.
Well, in the meantime, we should probably figure out who wants us dead and who this third party is who took over the Red Clarion.
And also who the Shadow Man is, and this rat folk.
Alright, and that will end Chapter 2. We're going to begin Chapter 3 next week. Please level to 12.
Somehow I don't feel like I deserve leveling up.
Listen, you survived an orbital bombardment. I think you deserve level 12.
I love the parallel between the success of the two groups.
Yeah.
I grow stronger.
Yes.
From a fourth wall breaking perspective, was there stuff that we could have actually done?
Oh, yeah.
That we just didn't do because we're dumb? I'm dumb.
Well,
I'm
it's
sure
not.
Phoebe would have been more helpful if she was here.
It's not a matter of anyone being dumb. It's a matter of what you wanted to do with your game, and I went along with it. I did not feed you any lines. I asked you in earnest, what are you doing? And I went with it. That's the important thing.
Wormhole.
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 Are you Natalie Portman now?
I guess. or Megan Fox, I guess. But now I could pull people into the wormhole, and then they come to us, and then we beat them up.
Oh, God.
It's a 100-foot teleport.
It is, and it's free.
Yep. Question: what if I do it straight up, and I throw someone in?
Like Portal?
Yeah.
I will have to research it more to find out. But I believe when you are in the wormhole, you do not take fall damage or things like that. But you want to shoot them 100 feet up into the air is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I could also stop sustaining it.
Yes, and that would mean that when, for whatever reason, like when they're up there, they would fall.
It's definitely a fuckery they did not think about.
No, and that is part of the reason why we have the playtest. And Bramble has used Wormhole in your game before, so I will figure something out.
Yeah, realistically, I'm just going to use it to slurp people from a distance to bring them to me, or me go to them.
That is what it is for. It's also for rescuing companions.
They'll be fine.
Okay. Any other questions you had about the chapter? I mean, yes, you could have done things differently, but it's more important that you got to experience the game you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I didn't have fun, because I clearly did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I could have done to make the situation in this poor city any better.
I'll be honest.
Our car exploded. I got confused in traffic. But I did find pretzels and big cookies.
So basically, you went to California.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Anything else for next time? Otherwise, have fun with level 12, and I will see you next Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And
Would we have had a rest period between?
No,
No? Okay.
no rest yet. Maybe next time. Maybe next time you'll get a rest. It's very determined on what you feel you should be doing.
Gotcha. Okay. Can do. All right. We'll plan for level 12 then. And we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, I can now, in natural terrain, I can hide and seek even without cover or being concealed.
ooh,
So, does that mean you're always stealthed?
No, it means that if I'm in the wilderness, in natural terrain, I can hide and sneak without, basically, if it's wilderness area, I could do the hide or sneak action without needing cover or concealment.
Oh, nice. That would have really come in handy in Chapter 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Oh, camouflage.
Yep. It is good. It is good. Would someone please tell Phoebe that she'll need to level up to 12 for next time?
Yeah.
Thank you.